So everybody's welcome back to this beautiful beginning of the festive season. That's why I'm dressed very festively. Dressed also specially when you're getting in a special guest. Also extra special when it's 25th, the silver anniversary of our Square Panda Sundays. A beautiful journey. I've enjoyed it. I know that so many of you all have enjoyed it. So, Meenakshi ma'am, as our tradition goes, we start with a little story. So today, Pan meets his friends. So finally, we are seeing children out. They wear a mask and keep a distance now, but they play somehow. They spread their arms and measure an arm's length. So they spread their arms and measure an arm's length. A handspan won't do, because a handspan just won't do. They say many feet if you're a friend so true. So if you're a good friend, you'll wear a mask, you'll spread out your hands and you won't go very close to your friends, but you'll still play. So Pan got some peanuts. Now what happens is Pan has many friends and his mummy gave him a bowl of peanuts. Now he did not know he got peanuts and they were very few. So there were very few peanuts. So would they be enough for his friends? He never knew. So what he did was, he took them one by one and put them in a bowl. So he put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Wow. So there was one for every one. So he counted it and there was one for everyone, and that is what his ma'am did teach. So he knew that there is one for everyone. Then his friend came and gave him a wafer to eat. Now they're all getting friendly and happy. So his friend came and gave him a wafer to eat. Aha, it was a really tasty treat. So Pan opened the packet, got ready to eat, and then another friend came there. Now he had to share. He had no choice but to share. So what he did was, he broke it into 2. And then he measured it. Oh my God. One was big and one was small. It wouldn't do at all. So what he did is, he compared them and he broke off. And this piece he did save. Okay? He did save, and the other equal piece he gave. So Pan measured it and gave an equal piece, and then his mother came with another bowl, and she said you have 10 friends and these are 20, and you have friends 10. How will you distribute them? Now can you help Pan to do that? So to keep this wonder going, to keep the sharing going, to keep the caring going, we have a very special guest, Meenakshi ma'am. If I have to introduce her, I have to introduce her as somebody. My first ever workshop was done with her team in Delhi. So imagine about 12 years back, when I came into Delhi, I walked in and I see this really beautiful lady with a big beaming smile. And she took me to her office. And my memory still stays of that day where she opened out a kit, and I actually saw numbers shining from her eyes. So Meenakshi ma'am, thank you, and a very warm welcome to our show.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for such a lovely introduction. And I cherish all my workshops with you, all my interactions with you, and I'm very happy to be here. And yes, even more happy to hear your story. Such a wonderful story, and what a wonderful way to teach children,
So that is the whole thing, ma'am. Like, I have this, it's very interesting. This is all for the people watching. Just before we started the show, Meenakshi ma'am told me a little story. And in the story, she was asking me to do addition and subtraction. I broke into sweat because she asked me a question and the answer was 14. And after that, she asked me another question, and I had the AC on, but I could feel. So imagine I still react to numbers like that. And in as a teacher, I mean, actually, ma'am, that's the reason why I feel that, new numbers and skills need to be just ingrained into your life so that this sudden fear doesn't happen, and I feel it. So that is why I perhaps understand the fear of numbers even more.
Yeah, actually, I would rather start with something like, maths is not about concepts, I feel. It's a process. Maths is a process because it's all around us,
Yeah.
everywhere. From the moment you are born till the time you are on this earth, it's all about numbers. So when the children are very small, and if you start training their minds to look for the numbers around, the fear goes.
Yes. Yeah.
Because somehow maths is an exponential subject, because you have to keep adding on to your learnings, your concepts. So
Yes.
that is why if you start training the children, I have a grandson at my house. So he's now 5, but when he was young, we used to make him show the numbers all around, so
Lovely.
whether the mother was working in the kitchen, even I remember when my children were also young, when I used to work in the kitchen also. So whether you are peeling the potatoes or you are, taking out cup of water for the tea. So if you
Yes.
start talking to the children with respect to numbers, I think they start loving the numbers more
Yes.
than anything else.
And perhaps not realizing that, not even realizing that they are learning
Yes, we
maths.
are learning the numbers. Best is when you are on the road. I think nothing more beautiful when you are on the road, when you see that, just count every time you see the red car going by.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they really enjoy that.
Very small thing. So, in fact, what we were talking about, is that starting from the morning, how do
Yes.
we, bring in numbers into our daily routine? So, can we start with that?
Yeah. So when the children get up in the morning, I think we can all train, tell our children, that, okay, the moment you open your eyes, you sit on the bed and take 5 deep breaths. Next day, you can say, okay, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next day, you can tell them to count into skip counting, depending on the age of the child, or into some kind of tables. So imagine a child getting up in the morning and saying 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Take a
Oh,
deep
really?
breath and then say 2, then 4, depending on what you have to do with the children. So it's not something that, you make them sit at one place and make them learn the tables with a big spank here and a big spank there, because today children don't want to learn and they don't want to write. So it has to be fun all around. Everything has to be done through fun. So the moment you add fun into anything that you teach children, not only maths, I feel, but
Yeah.
anything that you teach, then it becomes much more interesting and children learn
So,
it in the stride.
So,
So for,
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And what you were saying about, the breathing, we did a session
yeah,
in June, which had, we had, the yoga, and the word they used is, आप बच्चों को स्थिर रहना सिखाइए,
yes,
to keep them just there. And it is, when they just simply count, it starts with, you were mentioning on how, you've taught little children in your school
yes.
and in your own home to actually be still for a little while. Could you just tell us about how you did it and how those counts helped, starting with
See,
what and going to
we
what?
started with count 5 initially because children cannot sit for a minute, still, So, they used to sit, close their eyes, take a deep breath, and count 5. So, at my home also, with my children in the school also, from 5, we have now reached to 500. So, the
My
child
God.
is able to sit quietly and, continuously he keeps counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or sometimes we also count if he gets tired, but to the 500. That means he's still with his eyes closed. He sits there and he counts till 500. So you can imagine that focus we need to bring in the child's life, the attention we need to bring in into the child's life is also all about numbers.
How beautiful, and here I remember I travel a lot, Minak ma'am, and I remember walking into a class, little children. So one teacher looking at it and saying, after 601, 602, 603, 604, and the kids were
Ah,
like just exhausted. So
exhausted.
vis-a-vis that, imagine even if it is a counting of numbers, And
Even
obviously, if ma'am is saying 500, it won't be with a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old may be able
no.
to just sit for 5. A 4-year-old may be able
10.
to sit till 10.
Yeah, yeah.
If he's used to, and please remember, another very beautiful thing with life and skills is repetition. We
Yes.
can't just say, okay, we did it yesterday, now we are going to do it after 5 days. That
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't. It doesn't. For a
So
7, 8 years old child, you can just tell him to sit and take inhalation and exhalation makes 1 round. So he knows inhale, exhale, 1 round. Okay, do 7 rounds. So it is a little more
wonderful.
complicated. Okay, so that he learns to remember also. So inhale, exhale means actually it is 14 times breathing, but it is actually 7 into 2.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
inhale, exhale. So likewise, after that you start with your morning routine, fitness exercise. And that is the most beautiful thing. You can start with, skip counting. So you have a skipping rope, or you do your morning head to toe exercises. So you can count by numbers, you can count by tables, you can count by factors. I've done that very
Wow. Okay.
easily. I've done it with factors. So children, when they knew about factors, so then it's every time you have to remember factors of 12. So factors of 12. So I used to tell them, okay, now jump and say now each one jump and speak out one factor of 12.
So this
So
is
it was
also
a game for
yeah,
them,
and
it became a
also this,
game.
yeah, so this also I'm looking at the this period, because schools for the little children are
Yeah,
not going to open anytime soon. We are
yeah,
hoping they do, but we have a lot of energy at home now. A lot
yes.
of schools, teachers, homes, mums, everybody working. So imagine these are small energizers which you can use. So a lot of people have been asking us, can you give us some activity? So whatever Meenakshi ma'am is saying is actually an activity, a little bit of breathing, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of movement. So yes, it's just so beautiful. And you were discussing this very nice part of how you do music and maths. We also had this little talk on how the rhythms and how the beats and how you do the music with.
See, it's about whenever children see what is rhythm. Rhythm is all about patterns. So my daughter-in-law is a music teacher. So when I've seen her teaching my grandson, so she teaches all this number through numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. She puts some keyboards ke clicks on that, and then she starts teaching him. So depending on what your child's interest is, you can all relate it to the numbers, to the patterns, and you can easily do it. So I told you about physical education. I told you about maths. It can be dance. Some children are very fond of dancing. So the same way they can do with dance and club it with the concept that is being done in the school, I feel. That way, the school also, the study also becomes fun. So the children, when they are in the class, the concept is already there. They are able to understand it. The reinforcement is also there, but it is through a lot of fun, not through the routine exercises of writing down and doing lot of assignments, which nowadays the children are not ready to do so much. I remember when I started teaching, that time we used to make them write, so many times the whole table from 2 to 10, and then the 1 to 100 they used to write. So nowadays they're not ready to write at all. So you can't expect the children to write the way they used to write it in the
Yeah.
traditional way. So nowadays it's all about what comes before and what comes after. So in between only you can just play a game, play a quiz, especially when especially when you are in the kitchen. I think that time, if today the children are at home, they are hardly going to school, so the whole day they're glued in front of the TV. So you can organize some games with the vegetables, with the your vegetables and all your fruits there, and you can put some patterns there. For example, if you have 5 apples and you have 5 bananas, and you can tell them 1 apple, 1 banana, 1 apple, 1 banana, just put them in a row. I'm talking about 3 years and 4 years old.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
pattern is there. Then tell them, okay, fine, now you put 2 oranges, 2 apples, 2 oranges, 2 apples, 2 oranges, 2 apples. It's difficult for a child to remember. It's easy for us to understand because when I'm telling you. So this is what we
Yeah.
in the school used to do with lot of beads. Another
Yeah.
very interesting activity that I think all the mothers here can do, that is using the cloth spin. With that,
Yeah.
you can do ample things with them. So even up to class 3, 4 concepts of multiples of, if you have a lot of colored cloth spin with you, or you can take wooden ones and you just paint them on your own. Let the children paint it with a marker and
Yeah.
numbers on it.
No,
That's
even, do you remember once we had talked about this, that even on a clothes string, if you put four of them, you do a table of
yes.
four, you
You
do a
do a
table of
table of
three,
four.
you do a
Table.
table of
Also,
seven.
it's a very easy manipulative, very easy to
Absolutely.
procure, and you can use it in so many ways and with so many
Yeah,
concepts you
yeah,
can use it.
yeah. You can do your addition with it, you can do your subtraction with it, you
Subtraction
can
with
do.
division, multiplication, all can
Yeah,
be
so
done.
imagine you can do your, division, yes, multiplication, you can do your multiples, you can all, so there is, just imagine thinking of these things. So what we are trying to
Yes.
do today is to start getting all of us to think, can this be done? Can, how can the child be doing this? Like for a small thing, like, हम लोग कहते हैं 1 इंच अदरक, थोड़ा सा इतना सा अदरक, इतना सा. So, small proportions, getting the
Actually, so nowadays, so you get, the spoons also with a lot of measurements, quarter, 1/4 of
yes,
a
yes,
teaspoon, half of a teaspoon. So you
yes.
just get them and teach children measurement then and there itself.
Yes. So I last week we did this thing on the kitchen, and I used these measuring spoons, and I bought these measuring
Yes,
cups, and I actually used that,
use
and I
it.
said that they're in 7 different colors.
Yes.
So also to get the children to understand proportion, and another thing that I thought we should talk about is also the correct use of the math vocabulary.
Yeah.
So if you could just talk to us about that.
I was just sharing with Sonia before the session only that, I was thinking of that, so many stories we all know. I think this session is being attended by a lot of mothers who are,
Yes.
knowing so
We
many old
also we also
stories.
have some fathers, Meenakshi ma'am. This is a very nice thing.
It's even
We are also
fathers.
seeing, yeah, yeah, we are actually seeing.
So
And
I just remembered, the story of Snow White, and I thought that why not do a story of Snow White with a twist?
okay.
Now, this was when there were 7 drops, anyway, 7 drops. You can know the 7 number and then the sizes of the drops. And then when the Snow White goes inside, she finds the big bowl of porridge and the smaller bowl of porridge. So, all that can be done. But after that, when the old woman comes to Snow White and she comes with the beautiful dresses, so Snow White chooses a dress. The dress has a beautiful red belt. Okay. Now the Snow White doesn't know whether the size is going to fit her or not. So you can ask the children that, will the Snow White's belt be 2 meters, 2 centimeters, or 2 kilometers? It's something to think about. So this I'm not asking a question, but children can be asked question so that you tell the children that, when it is a distance, you have to measure in kilometers. But when it is something like belt, it has to be in meters, 1 meter, 1.5
Mm.
meter, or is it centimeter, which is just this much. That is number sense.
Oh,
1
yes.
kg of cotton, 1 kg of cotton takes so much of space. 1 kg of potatoes take this much of space. Isn't that a number sense? Both are
Yes.
1 kg. So how do you do these things? These are things sometimes, even schools don't do it, to be honest, very. But I feel that they should have this kind of a number sense. One is number concepts, but there
Yeah.
is number sense. So this is how you do number sense. So then she came, then Snow White, she took the belt, but she took 1 meter belt, which hardly fit her. She pulled it so tight that she couldn't breathe and she dropped down, fainted and dropped down. The dwarfs came, they saw she was painted and she saw that, oh, she was wearing such a tight belt. It should have been approximately 2 meters, or maybe 1.5 meters. So they can ask the children questions. So the children, start trickling their mind. So what is maths?
Yes.
Maths is about curiosity. Maths is
Yeah.
about logic.
Yeah.
So how do you
And
develop this logic?
yeah, and you remember, there's another very interesting thing that I see when actually I'm in schools is we have a lot of equipment, but we don't
Yes.
have people using that equipment. The minute you said meter, I see that the red and blue rods, the measuring rod of the
Yes.
Montessori,
Yeah.
in ample number of schools.
It is
But
there.
I have really not seen a child hold it on both the sides
Both
and
the
say
hands and see.
1 meter.
Yes.
So
You remember our mother-in-law. I know my mother-in-law. I used to ask her, is this sari? I'm very fond
she
of
would
saris. So I
just
used to
measure.
ask her. She used to
Yeah.
just measure like this.
Yes.
And I used to wonder, ki, acha, she gets to know. In her hand, she would measure and she would say, this is
Yes.
250 grams. But
Yes.
we don't have that sense anymore. I
Yeah.
can't put it in my hand and say it is 350 grams. She used to say it is 300, approximately 325 grams. And it used to be
It
correct.
used to be. So, this is exactly what we say. Now we are talking about this big digital revolution.
Yes.
It's happening and it's going to be there. There is no
No
denying it.
doubt about it.
But, till the children don't experience it, if they
Yes.
don't take a thing and pour it into it and see how many
How
little
many
bowls will
cups?
take this, I don't think we'll set a sense. We may be
Yes.
getting them to be ready with, a process, but to get a number sense, they need experiences. And
Just now
experience
you
are all over the house.
Absolutely. Just now you picked up a big cup and you picked up a small cup. So the smaller cup is how much ml
Yes.
approximately child should be able to tell. So how many mls will go into that cup?
Yes.
So that is
Yes.
again maths. So the whole thing I feel is that we should train the children's mind to look for maths all around them. That is the topic
Also,
for
I
today's
think,
session.
yeah, and I also think in this time when, the children are home, if
Hmm.
you're in a school, you know how difficult it is to get every material to school.
Yes.
It's not very easy,
No.
because you have a classroom and then you have to have containers and then you have to have things to put, then you have to have biscuits, you have to have cutting, you have to have big chips, 100 things for dividing. Now imagine you're sitting on all this at home.
Yes.
You're sitting on all this at home. You have all of this around you. All you need to do is take one concept at a time and do it in different ways.
Yes. Yes.
And there's another part, Rashma, which I've been also observing is that a lot of schools are sending the books home. They're all there. Everybody is very worried. I see a lot of questions on how many sums have you completed? But how important is reading that concept page?
That is, I think,
Every
yes, I think that is the most important thing. I don't believe in giving a lot of homework because if the concept is clear, if that concept page is done properly, then your homework is a cakewalk. Got it? So I don't
yes,
believe in assessments in maths also, to be honest, because if suppose I'm doing certain concept with you, I have done the concept page, which tells the teacher, this is your learning outcome and this is what you are supposed to do. If my learning outcome is done in such a fun manner through my stories, through my activities, be it at home, be it in school,
yeah.
and you know that the children know it, what is the point of testing them till class 2, 3, so at least it can be done unless the concepts come up where they have to actually calculate and do things. That is a different.
I really appreciate this aspect where you're talking about assessment because especially in this year, this particular year, I think it's very important for all of us to concentrate on the one thing that is simple learning experiences. Don't
Yeah.
worry about the assessment per se. Do the observation. See, observe whether the child is able to pick it up or not. Because at the end of the whole thing is that I'm seeing question papers coming on the digital, children answering them, mummy and papa standing around them. Instead of that, if we just, this is such a beautiful time to teach children
Yes.
concepts, such a
Yes.
beautiful time. For example, laying of a table,
Yes.
so, painting, like today I sat here because I found this, even this has proportions.
Yes.
So if we could just allow that to come into the children, I mean, actually, I
Mm,
was mentioning something very beautiful, saying that the calendar, a normal old
yeah, normal calendar
calendar,
can be the
I,
best learning tool. Normal calendar can be the best learning tool for any household, any
okay.
school, any
So
household.
if you could talk
Because
about that a bit.
see, a calendar has numbers. So what I have done in my school is I have made a calendar with pockets.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so the children can come themselves and they can put the numbers there, today's date. Okay, and then they can learn the concept of today, yesterday, and tomorrow from there. So in the previous one, they put yesterday and then they put today. Then coming to the school and putting down the days in front of it, putting it on their own. So the children come and put that, then along with it doing, whether it is a sunny day, whether it is a cloudy day, they can do that. And numbers may, when they do it, for example, you say that, okay, we are celebrating Dashera after 5 days.
Hmm.
Today is 20. 22nd, for example, or
Yeah.
23rd, for example, and we are celebrating or today is 18th, we are celebrating the Dussehra on 24th. How many
Yeah.
days are left?
Yes. So they
So it
count
is so
and
easy. They count it. Okay, then you can next day, okay, the countdown has begun. It's fun for them. They come in the morning and they say, okay, ma'am, only 3 days are left for a special assembly.
yeah.
Next day they
Yes.
come in, oh, ma'am, only 2 days are left. So they are so excited. So the concept of calendar again is very beautiful. Then of course, then weeks coming and days coming.
Yeah,
You
this
can
is
mark
actually, yes, this is so beautiful because just imagine, I was just thinking that it's a simple addition. It's
simple addition.
you can
Back
say and
counting, front counting.
back counting, counting, what comes after, what comes
After what comes
between,
before, what comes between.
and and so clearly saying how
So
many
clearly
days
said.
are making a month, how many months. So
Yes.
imagine if you open this now, once this is done, the year is over, just tear it out and spread that calendar in front of the child.
Yes.
Let the child see the 30 days, 31 days, 28 days,
Yes.
30.
Yes.
Just that can be a wonder of a memory. Rather
Yeah.
than saying a worksheet, how many days does January have? How many days? So the child is just completing the worksheet, filling in those blocks. Instead of that, if we just pull this out and spread it out in front of the child, they will sequence it in order. They will see
Absolutely.
the numbers. So,
Absolutely.
after you told me this, I realized I'm not throwing this calendar away now.
Even the tables can be done through this. Na? They'll mark 2, then they'll mark 4, then they'll mark 6, then they'll mark 8.
Yes, right up
Next
till
month they
30.
can do
Yeah,
up to
the
3. Up to 30 they can do
up
it.
to 30, yes. So this can be done at the initial stages, later
Initial
stages,
stages
class
as well.
1 and 2. I think that arrangement that we are talking
See,
about would work
as I
beautifully.
said, maths is a process. If you look at it, if you start doing it daily, you don't need to
Yeah,
do these topics. These topics are done in a daily course of life only.
yes,
So that
yes,
is how the concepts are built. So it becomes very
yeah,
easy. For example, you said that you have something at your back, a beautiful painting is there. And I can see the squares, I can see the rectangles, I can count the number of squares, and I can count
yes,
the colors, I can see the pattern. And so beautifully in one painting behind you, I can see so
yes,
many
yes.
things.
Today,
Okay.
that's the reason why I sat in front of this painting. I thought, let us use it for, the proportions and,
And we should
you
teach our
know,
children to look for numbers around them, the straight
mm,
lines, the parallel lines, the
yes.
intersecting lines.
You remember, when we thought also that we must do a little story with them, which you said that there's a very interesting story you'd like to do.
This was the
So,
Snow White story that I thought,
okay, and
that
that
we
other
will
one,
do.
that other one also, that one that with the addition and the subtraction, the one that we did
Okay,
with the little
that
froggies.
was a. I'll just give an example. That was a little kind of a poem that was kind of self-written, which everybody can do it on their own. Also, it was like 10 little froggies go to the school down near the clear blue pool. They must be on time. First study, then play is fine. So having fun was cool. So 10 minus 2 froggies went to the school.
Oh, okay.
They must be on time for studies and plays fine. So 8 little froggies went to the pool. 2 more disappeared in the pool. So
Yeah, so,
how many froggies went to the school? 6 little froggies went to the school. 3 little froggies hid behind the chair. So 3 little froggies went to the pool again. So something like this can be worked out. So
yeah,
it's a
something very
consecutive,
simple where there is finger
simple
movement,
thing
where there
because
is, yeah.
see, one is doing a simple sum, 6 minus 3, but then to train them to do multiple things because it's a concept, it's not like just class sums. So I do a lot of these activities with the children where they do this lot of brainstorming and mental maths very quickly. So at least up
Mm,
to 20 tak ke number combinations if you start doing with them, their maths becomes very strong.
wonderful. Yeah,
So
that
like
is
I've
very
started with 10, you can start with 20. Instead of froggies, you can have something else. You can have the animals in the jungle. You can talk about, 10 different things, and then you can make things on your own. So stories on your own. You have to teach the concept of time, then the grasshopper story, the ant and the grasshopper. So The ant was working for, how many hours she was working throughout the day. So how many fraction of a day she was working. And what was the grasshopper doing? The grasshopper was whiling away his time. And the ant was working hard. So what happened in the winters? So it is all value education blended, teaching the children the concept of hard work, teaching children the concept along with maths. So you can divide them into hours, divide them into minutes, divide them into fractions, depending on what your age group your children are. The whole point is to look for maths in everything that you do. As
I
simple as that.
I like this concept which you just said, Meenakshi ma'am, where you just said values and maths. I think it is something which is, uh, we I consciously wouldn't relate it.
Yeah, actually.
You know,
I used to little age group of, say, when the children do integers, for example. I just take a difference, since we've done a lot of concepts with the junior kids.
yeah, yeah, we would
Let's
definitely
say
like to
let's
see
say
it.
integers. So integers is -2 and -3 makes it -5.
-5, yeah.
Minus
I
5.
never understood this in my life.
So it's that, negativity adds on to negativity. I
Ooh,
always tell them. Negativity becomes negative. You say 3 lies and you say 2 lies, it is going to multiply. You will have to say 5 lies. That is for sure.
oh wow, I wouldn't
Always
have
used to,
thought of it like this. My God, all right.
yes. And then there is -3 plus 4 is equal to +1. -3 plus 4 is +1. So the moment the positive attributes or the positive things are more, the negativity has to settle down. So don't worry, always put a positive sign there.
Oh. So you're
So
you're kind of,
because, yeah, I used to blend it because otherwise children are very confused. See, I'm not talking about children who are very bright. They will be
yeah,
able to do
yeah,
it in any case. It's the average children we need to focus on. And that
yeah.
is where the maths phobia sets in. So for them, integers is always a
Mhm.
big problem. Big problem. Integers, because they never remember which sign to come where. And that is where the basics go wrong. So that is why I always try to teach them through this values. So even addition, if you look at it, addition, if I tell them that, when you, and especially when you do problem sums,
Hmm.
that also, even science used to, at times I used to do with, blended it with the, say, values. So that is how I used to do it. So so
All right. So this is another beautiful way to do it.
yeah,
Like if she was also, there is this whole concept of happitude these days. Developing a happy
at,
attitude.
yeah,
And
happy.
somebody who had come on one of our shows said something so nice. She says that you should tell them that you give them a lot of these little smiley stickers and
Hmm.
or cutouts or whatever is convenient, and then say that okay, so each time you're really happy, you have to drop one smiley into this bowl. All right. And then she says by the end of the month, they count how many little smileys are there in the bowl. And also they realize that so much of their happiness came from smaller things.
Yes.
And then they count those happy faces. And she says that what I later was thinking that we can do is actually make these little graphs also. So on this week I had that many happy faces, on week 2 I had that many happy faces. So
Very
which week, what all did I do to be happy? Did I sing, did I dance, did I see a bird, did I see so maybe just a combination of many
combination of,
things.
you can have a point system at home. Your children
Yeah,
are
we
at
were
home nowadays. We were discussing about point system.
yes.
We did that at home, because children are so glued to TV. They don't want to leave television. They want to keep on watching cartoons and things. So then what we did was we finally did that. Okay, you do this task and you earn 2 points. So we put a chart paper with a double sticker. I put it on the wall, and the child, I'm talking about 5 years old child, we used to make him write the points on his own. So he used to come and quickly note down the number of points he got because he did this good thing. And he knew that when he earned 10 points, that will allow him to watch half an hour of his own favorite cartoon. But the child was counting and writing. Now I got 2 points. Now I got 4 points. So I'll do this good task and then I will get this 5 points. I'll finish this page of work and I'll do it. And TV will come only after that.
Yeah.
So I converted it into a game for him. So the numbers was also there. So there also he could do the hopscotch. Take a chalk, draw it in your drawing room, draw it in your balcony, and hopscotch by whatever numbers you want to put in, whatever shape. It can be in form of a flower, it can be in form of a house, it can be in form of anything. Again,
Yeah.
then traditional games. I think everybody should have a Ludo at home and everybody should have snakes and ladders at home, because somehow I think lockdown to everybody, I'm sure, is having a lot of fun with these games.
Yeah, and also this is also a time which is it's very important to now that you've talked about it. There is a lot of online gaming on these games.
Yeah.
There is one caution which I'd just like to put
Yes,
across because
yes.
we had talked
No.
about keeping the children cyber safe. Is that please remember we don't know who the child is playing with on the other side.
Yes.
So do not feel it is just a snakes and ladder. Don't feel it's just a Ludo. You don't know who the child is interacting with on a digital platform. So please be careful. Much nicer if you can actually have the dice and you can have the counters and you have because these are all plastic coated. You can actually sanitize them and have children playing together. I'm actually watching a lot of children now, mothers taking responsibility of children, and these things can be easily used so beautifully. Snakes and ladders, I think, is still so beautiful for the counting. I still use it in
Absolutely.
my
Even
work, my
Ludo.
schools, my
Yes.
so there was somebody asking us about tens and ones besides making the ice cream sticks. Is there any other way we can teach them tens and ones?
See, I finally do tens and ones with a kind of a
A
house.
board.
I always say a board, or maybe just I to have a house, two houses. Maybe you can put two bowls. I can say this is ten's house and this is one's house. Now the problem is that in one's house only 9 members can stay. That is the biggest problem. So what to do? Once 9 go there, the other one has to go to the next house in the ten's house. So this is how we teach through the house concept, though it comes at prep level. It should not be done at a very early age, because
Yeah,
half the children don't understand it. To be very honest, I've seen that.
yeah, yeah.
Though we put it at the 4 plus 5 plus level, but when they come to class 1, they are very easily able to understand the
They are
concept
able
of
to.
tens and ones. That is my personal
Yeah.
feel that I feel. Then though we do it, but then it goes
Also,
there.
another beautiful way to do it is, normal mala moti that you see in,
Yes.
just put them
Beads.
onto the normal
Yes.
beads and just put them onto wires and twist the wire. So, the child can do counting of tens with the sticks like thing with those little motis. And the most beautiful way also to do is what we had all done together is to take a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And if you have multiple children, then you can actually make up to 100. You can make up
Yes.
to so the children start saying 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And if you start making groups of 10 in your classes, then when they open the fingers you can see 100.
100.
So
Yes.
that's another very easy in a classroom. Of
Very
course,
easy.
at
Yeah.
home, you can only do
Yeah.
as
At
number of
home,
people
abacus,
are
if you
there.
have abacus, it's very easy to do it through abacus and teach
No,
them.
yeah, but that would be like one number, like
One
for a
number.
10. But if you're doing the value, so
Yeah.
even do it with your family members. अगर 4 लोग भी हैं, or plus if you have help coming in your house, you have 50 fingers over
Hands.
there. It's a 5 minute
Yes.
activity. Kitchen में चलते
Yes.
चलते, you can actually
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
something like that. Also, somebody was saying teaching tables. I think also the bigger tables, the smaller ones we would. But for the older children, is there a suggestion on how they can do tables with in a better way I mean, is it the memorizing, is it the experience, or the activity? What is going to be more important?
No, there to be. I have seen that in for the higher tables,
Memory works better.
memory works better.
Memory
Let's be
works.
honest, in certain cases now you have to go towards the traditional approach. So
Yeah,
the activity oriented is more for, say, I'll say up to 8 years old, it's fine. After that they should understand the concept and understand the practical application of it.
yeah,
So
and
it's
but
all the practical
memorizing is
approach.
also necessary for
Yes,
maths.
also necessary for math. So you can't avoid it. So some part is there. You don't have to do entire thing. But yes, if you do it in a fun way, if you start enjoying maths, say up to class 3, 4, you enjoy these things now, then the love for maths is developed.
And also I feel that memory is nothing something that we should fight it. It's a
No,
great thing to have a
it's a
great
great
memory.
thing to have. It's a great thing to
Because if you once I asked somebody, what would you call rote, rote learning? So this person smiled and told me the ability to recall when required. So that was such a good statement,
Yes.
because she says that if you don't understand it, you won't relate and recall.
Yes. If
So
you
when
relate it,
yeah,
yeah,
so there is no harm in learning, there is
there
no
is
harm
no
in
harm in it.
memorizing, but you should be able to recall at a relevant time a relevant thing.
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
that is one of the best versions of rote learning I have heard till
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And see, memory
Yes,
enhancement is also a part of maths.
yes, yes.
Logical reasoning, memory enhancement, very, very important.
Very,
So,
very, very.
so
It's
that is why
very
when you do
important.
patterns with children, especially with
Yeah,
3 years, 4 years old, I use a lot of colored beads, that
yeah.
string and all that, and we tell
Oh,
them, okay,
yes.
fine. So it's very important that they learn how to memory, okay, fine.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
listening to the instructions and adding beads or stringing beads as per the
yes.
instructions given. So
Yeah.
that is all memory enhancement,
So,
which is
what I was just talking about also a few days back is that you don't need expensive things to do math.
not
You,
at all
you can just do them, so
anything,
just
anything,
anything.
anything.
And I'm also
Simple. I have a beautiful plant here. You just have so many flowers and so many leaves keep falling down. You can just have them, put them together, and immediately enjoy doing
yeah,
making a square, making a rectangle, a trapezium,
yes,
a rhombus. You
yes,
can just do it anywhere with the sticks. You
yes.
can do it. So that's the easiest way. How many sides are there? How many angles are there? So
Oh,
if you
yes.
look at it, so many
So,
things can be
if we have to look around now, Meenakshi ma'am is going to tell you all to look around, and very, very. So, somebody is asking me to repeat rote learning. Okay, I'm going to do this very quickly. So, when I asked, we are all worried that children do rote learning and it's not a good thing and all. But I am a strong contender that you have to memorize things to recollect them. So, I asked somebody
yes.
very well learned, and I said that, ma'am, what do you feel about rote learning? So she said so beautifully, she said, rote learning is the ability to recall what you have learned when required,
When
because you
required.
will be able to connect it. So the connections
Yes.
are important, is what we are talking about. But memory for math is so important. Just look around, all of you. Just look around the room. Can you find a right angle anywhere? Look and see. Can you find an acute angle? Can you find a square? Yeah, I found my painting. Can you find a rectangle? So just
I can
imagine
find it
something
behind you. Yes.
right behind me. Yes. So
A
the whole
right
point,
angle right behind you. Yeah.
yes,
A
the right
curve right
angle is,
behind you.
yes,
A
so
curve right
beautiful.
behind
Yes,
you.
yes. So that is how math, and ma'am, that also, this was also one more reason that in the next few weeks I'm also wanting to invite somebody who works with low cost resources. Today I also feel it's so important to have budgeted, well, centered resources for children. And what you explained today was so beautiful, that everything around us can be a math
Numbers.
resource. We had
Magic with
talked about
numbers.
packing. एक कुछ packing का बात किया था हमने, packing का
Huh,
कुछ.
packing ka we said that when the children are packing their bags. So that is how they can arrange the sizes of the copies, the notebooks, how to pack them properly so that the bag, the weight is carried, equally. Then your wardrobes, how you organize your wardrobes, color coded patterns, the size of the cloths that you fold and the way they are kept. Involve your children in that kind of work, and they learn classification. They learn how space they take, how to manage more things in less space, or how to spread out in such a way that they can take out their clothes and take out their books. So I think the children should be allowed to do things with the supervision, under the supervision of the parents. They should be
Yeah.
allowed to do a lot of organizing dals, organizing your food stores, your grocery, your pantry, wherever it is. Tell the children to put it down there, all your dals packets and everything, so they learn that okay, 1 kg of dal will take this much of space,
Wow.
and this is where all the dals are kept, this is where my flour is kept. And we do classification up to class 6.
No,
But
and
then
just imagine 1 kg. We teach them 1 kg, but we don't teach them
we don't
one
do
kg.
1 kg. So that is an abstract concept when they do
Yeah.
it. How many times do we actually bring 1 kg of dal and 1 kg of cotton to show them this is 1 kg of cotton and this is 1 kg of dal?
Yeah, and
We
imagine
never
you
show.
have cushions here, with
Cushions,
cotton in it, and you have
the space.
I think, you know, what we've done and what we are thinking today, I hope this is also giving all of you ideas that you're going to now start looking for numbers and the numeracy, and more important and most important, the number sense.
Number sense, actually.
You know, the
And
number sense.
go out from the phobia of giving maths exam. You know, here today, Sonia, we were not talking about maths exam. So the moment maths exam comes, the fear comes in. So
Yeah,
enjoy maths.
yeah.
Look around for maths everywhere and enjoy every part of your life with looking at maths here, there. Everywhere I can see maths. Three fans, can't work without them. Three
Oh,
blades,
beautiful.
can't work.
Oh,
So with so
beautiful.
many, if you look around, but don't think about phobia, because that word, I think maths and phobia somehow, why, I don't know why, but it has
Yeah,
gone hand in hand,
it is got, it's very unfortunate,
which
you
is
know.
which we have to actually disintegrate the hands both and see that no, it has nothing to do with fear. It is a
Yeah.
pure enjoyment, because the number of breaths we count in adds to our age. Our age is equal to the number of breaths. So
Breaths that
please
we take
don't
in.
feel afraid of maths at all.
Yeah. And anyway, when we see somebody as beautiful as you talking about finding the number sense around us, like I would
Yes.
just say the number sense, even an arrangement of flowers would be a number sense. 4 here, 3
Yes.
there, 2 there. I
Everything.
think a beautiful journey. Let's all walk it. Let's look for the right
Yes.
angles and the right angles all around
Yeah.
us.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So
Right.
I think that's the whole purpose. So what would you tell us before we wind up today? I mean, one little snippet from
Love
you.
maths.
Love, oh, beautiful.
And look around everywhere. And from today onwards, change your perspective.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Change your
And
perspective. And the way you breathe in, just you look around for maths, you'll find maths everywhere in your life. You just can't do away without maths.
lovely. So, Meenakshi ma'am, somebody saying that today's, that's the best takeaway. Love maths and look for it all around you.
All around. The moment you start looking around it, now you will see the beauty in maths. So start
Yes,
looking for beauty, not for fear. It's a
yes. And
beautiful, beautiful, mathematics is really beautiful.
lovely. And thank you so much for making this whole number sense make sense to all of us.
Thank you.
Right,
Thank you so much.
right.
It was
And
wonderful
thank
here.
you. And from, you know, the team of Square Panda,
Thank you.
they're a wonderful, active young team. And what you're going to find is they'll pick up beautiful snippets of lovely things that you said, and you'll find them being shared, you know, and that's a very, very beautiful process. And the next week, we're bringing in art into life.
Wow.
So just life,
That's
art, and
amazing.
well-being. And this person
Yes.
who's coming in, a very special guest again, works for well-being from 2, 3 year olds to 75, 80 year olds.
Wow.
And all well-being. So like today, it was well-being with number sense. Next week, we look
Well,
forward
be
to
with art.
art. Yes.
Great.
And thank you so
Great.
much.
All the
Thank you. And
best.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Square, square, panda.